Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of On the Glide Slope. Today we are going to fly the second PilotEdge CAT rating, the Cat 2 rating, which is a flight from an untowered airport to a towered airport, in this case going from where we ended in the Cat 1 rating, New Kiama L88, to San Luis Obispo, which is KSBP on your charts. It's a flight of about 50 miles. We'll be flying at 6,500 feet. Should take us about half an hour. And what we'll do here is, from an airspace standpoint, there's really not much to worry about other than the fact that when we get close to KSBP, maybe 10 miles out, we'll need to call them and let them know that we're inbound so that we are in communication with them. They are a Class D airspace below 2,700 feet. Pattern altitude there is 1,200. It's about 212 feet sea level in terms of the field. And the strip there has several runways. They'll probably have us come in on 29, and they might have us come straight in, but we'll see when we get there. So we will fly without air traffic control most of the way. Just for fun, we're not going to use the GPS on this one. We're going to fly via the VOR using the Morro Bay VOR, which is just past KSBP. And so we'll be using, in essence, dead reckoning to try to get there. I'll probably turn off the magenta line here in the ForeFlight also. So radio, first of all, we've got our altitude set through our barometric pressure. We're squawking VFR. We've got our heading bug set to the heading that we should be flying on runway heading. Our course indicator is set to 276, and our VOR is set to the Morro Bay VOR, which is 112.4. On COM 1, we have the CTAF here for New Kiama, and then we have 122.7 as the next frequency. That is, we should set that so that it is the ATIS frequency, actually the tower frequency for San Luis, which is 124.0. So that's the next person we'll have to talk to, the only person we'll have to talk to, except if there's anybody in the pattern out here. So we'll switch over to the tower when we get about 10 miles out. And on COM 2, we're monitoring the guard frequency, and we actually have the San Luis ATIS backed up there, so we'll slip over and listen to that when we have the chance. And then I have the Nav 1 radio on. We're monitoring it, so when we get up, we'll make sure we're picking up the right VOR as we fly that 276-degree radial, or heading in. So that's the general plan. We'll make our CTAF calls here like we're supposed to. Again, we should be on 122.9, and we are. And we are ready to go. So, departing runway 28, we need to actually taxi down the length of this sucker and then come back. So I should probably announce that we're doing a back taxi. And if I look for traffic, I'm not seeing much, which is good. So New Kiama traffic, Skyline 15 Juliet Golf. We're going to be back taxiing down the runway so we can depart 28. We'll be making a straight out departure to the west, New Kiama. Okay, let's go. New Kiama traffic, Skyline 15 Juliet Golf, departing runway 28, straight out to the west, New Kiama. Okay, so we're off. I forgot I was doing the Cat 2 rating there for a second. I started my takeoff roll without making my departure, although we gave them warning that we were back taxiing and going to depart, so that's good. I'm getting some traffic here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's fighter jet, Vegas 11. No other traffic in the immediate area, so we're off. Now we'll turn to our heading, because we're going straight out. And we're on our way. Heading at 276 is what we want to fly. and we'll climb up to 7,500 feet, or 6,500 feet, and make our way to San Luis. Okay, good. We're picking up the VOR. You can see we're a little off the radial, so we'll turn to intercept it. Although from here I could candidly just fly. Just make it direct. There we go. 273. Okay, so we'll just fly that radial all the way almost to San Luis. And our landmark for when we need to make the call about 10 miles out is going to be about the time we cross before when we can see the reservoir in front of San Luis. Oops. When we can see the reservoir in front of San Luis, that will be about time for us to ring in and let them know we're coming. Okay, we're having to do some traffic avoidance. We've got something coming in right ahead of us and probably on approach in, so I made a little bit of a turn to the left. They're probably going into New Kiama where we just were, and I can't see them, but they are descending pretty much on our same flight path. So I've just deviated a little bit until we have clearance, and then I'll get back on my heading. They're descending and we're climbing, so that's good. They continue to veer at us though, and I have to be mindful of these mountains in front of us. See if I can see them go by. Yep, there he goes. So we've got that traffic, and we can now get back on our heading. That made me grunt. Okay, I'm going to start trying to see if I can pick up the ATIS for Okay, we've got the weather. Wind is 307 to 12. Use my heading bug to show me 307. I can visualize that when we're landing. Of course, I'll probably get more current weather from the tower, but and we are going to expect runway 29. They may give us straight in, and the barometric pressure is 2988, so we're good. 30 miles from the VOR, so the VOR is about 5 miles from the airport. So when we are about 15 miles from the VOR, we'll call the tower. Okay, we're about, we're about 16 or so miles out. We've are making our descent and are going to call the tower in just a few minutes here. Meantime, we're going to just start making our way down. We've got about 4,500 feet we need to lose. Our altitude is 1,200. Our descent checklist, fuel selector to both, mixture to rich, manage power as we want to go, and this is about what we want for our descent. And in a couple minutes, about 2-3 minutes, we'll call the tower. We'll call San Luis, and we'll say that we're inbound for full stop landing. I can see over there is the reservoir that I wanted to use. Often, if you're talking to air traffic control and flight following, you'll call them when you've got the tower. I don't have the tower, or when you've got the field in sight, but we don't have flight following, so we'll just call when we're about 10 miles. Okay, I can see the field. We're descending, we're going to clear these mountains. We're about 15 miles from the VOR, so we're about 10 miles from the strip, so we'll give them a call. San Luis Tower, Skyline 15 Juliet Golf is 10 miles southeast of the field, inbound for landing. We're at 3,400 with Romeo. Nothing. Maybe our radios aren't working. San Luis Tower, radio check, please. Oh, we're disconnected? Come on.
From here, are you facing east or west right now?
Okay, well, we were disconnected, so we'll see if they'll let us back.
West, Delta 316.
Delta 316, runway 15, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 26 at Alpha.
We'll see if they'll let us talk to them.
15 via Alpha, 6 at Alpha, Delta 316.
Montgomery Tower, Skyhawk 4635 kilos on the visual for 28 right.
Skyhawk 4635 kilo, Montgomery Tower, runway 28 right, clear to land, wind 300 at 9er.
Clear to land 28 right, 35 kilo.
San Luis Tower, Skyline 15 Juliet Golf is 2,300 with Romeo, about 7 miles southeast of the field, inbound.
For 15 Juliet Golf, San Luis Tower, make straight in runway 29 and report 3 mile final.
Straight in for 29 or report 3 mile final for 15 Juliet Golf. Thanks much. Okay. Well, luckily we reconnected. We'll see if they let us keep the rating or not.
Tower 544 Juliet Hotel, contact departure.
Number 4 Juliet, affirmative, contact departure.
290 is going to be our
544 Juliet Hotel.
Our runway. We can see it there. So we will now just begin our landing checklist. Seatbelt secure, fuel selector to both, mixture rich, prop full, power is necessary, no carb heat, trim adjusted. We're making our way straight in for 29. And we'll report when we're 3 mile final.
For 612 Sierra Romeo, taxi to the parking via Alpha, it'll be a pass for the Cat 4.
Parking via Alpha, thanks for the pass, 612 Sierra Romeo, thanks.
Okay, we're at about 3 mile
Tower,
final.
Aspen 2725 rated Charlie.
Yeah, we're a little high, Vazzy. Well, we are now about
Aspen
3
27
miles.
Las Vegas Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
So we will report.
0704.
Clear for takeoff, 25 rated Charlie. I omitted before we're flighted to.
Gotcha.
San Luis Tower, Skyline 15 Juliet Golf is 3 mile final for 29, and we are for the Cat 2.
For 15 Juliet Golf, for the runway 29 or clear to land.
Clear to land for 29 or 15 Juliet Golf. Okay. So we're a little high, so we can descend a little bit, put in our first notch of flaps. Put in our next notch. We can cut the power till we're back to the glide slope. Windy. So remember our wind was 307. So it's almost directly into us. There we go. There's our glide slope. Red over white. You're all right. Last notch of flaps.
500.
I wonder how long I was disconnected from the network. That's twice it's disconnected me. It disconnected me last night also. Something is amiss.
Aspen 27, contact departure.
A little power, because we're a little low.
Departure Aspen 27.
There we go. A little hill here right in front of the runway. Boy, the wind's moving the airplane around. 12 knots. Okay, now we're okay. We might as well just get ready for a dead stick landing now. We know we have it made. There we go. Okay, so we're down. Well, he'll ask us where we want to go. We're going to say transient parking, which is right over here. We'll go ahead and pull off the runway.
Burbank Tower, Delta 316, short runway 15, ready for takeoff.
Delta 316, Burbank Tower, runway 15, clear for takeoff, wind 220 at 8.
And we won't switch to ground unless he tells us to go to ground. So you stay. I made the mistake, first time I ever did this, of not knowing what to do once I called off. I'm not going to make that mistake today. So we pull over the thresholds. We kill our power. We clean up the airplane, and we call them. And we are at Foxtrot. San Luis Tower, Skyline 15, Juliet Golf is clear of 29er at Foxtrot. We'd like to go to transient parking, please.
For 15, Juliet Golf, taxi to parking via Alpha, it'll be a pass for the Cat 2.
Via Alpha for parking, and thanks for the pass, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, so Alpha is this right in front of us, so in terms of getting a transient parking, we can just...
Montgomery Tower, Skyhawk 4635 kilos, clear of 28 right at Foxtrot.
And he didn't tell us to go to ground, so we don't have to go to ground.
4635 kilo, right there where you parking.
And it's good for you to know where you want to tell them where to park.
Transient
That's the way it would be in the real
35
world.
kilo taxi parking via Foxtrot Hotel, cross runway 28 left, hold short runway 23.
Orbix has done a beautiful job with this airport. Lots of cool airplanes,
Foxtrot Hotel,
cars, all kinds of cool stuff.
28 left, hold short 23.
Like this Beechcraft right in front of us. We'll just pull in right here.
Delta 316, start your roll.
Yeah, where we're going. Sorry about that. I had a little issue.
Yeah, I got disconnected from the network. That was my issue. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're down. We passed the Cat 2. Pretty straightforward. You basically just have to make the right CTAF calls on departure, and then when you're within distance of San Luis, you let them know, about 10 miles, and they will tell you where to come in. Of course, you want to make sure that you repeat everything they say to you. I keep a little knee pad here just so I can keep notes both of the weather as well as frequencies and any changes. They might vector you, you don't know. There's traffic in the area. So straightforward, a fun one, short flight, easy to do, and I hope this was useful. And next is the Cat 3, which I think is towered to towered. So, thanks for watching on the glide slope.